Welcome to Old School Garage. This is Prescott Hill British and Midlands Championship, and early morning, rain just stopped, and first practice, it's on. So let's go around, have a look at the cars and talk to some drivers and see some cars going up in the hill. Hi buddy, it's Maurice. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
This is a lovely car.
Thank you.
Please tell us about it, because we just had a few words off camera and you said this is like a monster.
So yeah, I've drove this the end of last season. I got offered a drive with the owner after we had a gearbox failure. So it's a Force TA with a full carbon chassis and a supercharged high booster in the back with about 350 horsepower.
Which is ridiculous.
Which is, yeah, when you think about what your normal...
It's a horsepower per kilo.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Which is definitely...
it's more than a motorbike, really.
Well, yeah, with the supercharger added, it definitely brings the power to weight up.
And it's weighing, you said 350 kilos?
Around that, yeah.
It's unbelievable. So what sort of time are you doing in this when you're on a dry?
So when we came here 3 weeks ago in the dry, I did get a new PB down into the 36s, which was a
very good time.
Very big PB for me.
Very, very good time in this lab. I know I come in here in the last 15, 20 years, so yeah, I know that's a really good time. I see you got a GoPro on. Can we just jump in when you do some dry runs and show it to the viewers what this 350 horsepower monster looks like on a track?
Yeah, that's true. I'll send you over some footage.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
So I'm with Steven with this monster of the Subaru Impreza. What is it, mate? Because this looks it looks like a beast.
Yeah, it's been a long time building. So this is its fourth event that we've done in about a month. So it's a very new, fresh car. Spent probably 14 years building it, just gradually collecting bits. And
14 years?
Yeah, because I've been building friends' cars and looking after other cars.
Oh, you built that one as well?
Yeah. So,
right, that's a legacy.
That's the legacy, yeah. The legacy.
The legacy. Oh, okay. Okay. We're not going to get down there.
No, so it was Type R. It still is a Type R body shell, but we've put ABW fiberglass body kit on it that's 100mm wider.
Okay.
Either side, so yeah.
So what you done to the engine, because it say Cosworth on it?
Yeah, so that's a Cosworth manifold. So when Cosworth did a special edition for the Subaru hatchback many years ago, and they developed these inlet manifolds that flowed better than the standard manifolds and so forth. So the engine itself is a 2.2 block with a 79mm billet crank in it, which makes it a 2.35, so it increases the stroke.
Oh yeah.
So it makes it a 2.35, and it's sort of the best of both worlds, that you can rev and you've got the torque. And
what does it rev to now?
So we had it on the dyno the other day for the first time, just shaking it down and tested it. So we haven't pushed it yet, but it did 620 at 2 bar of boost. And it's virtually identical to that car, to the Legacy, and we do normally run that at 2.6, 2.7 bar, so that's up in the 750s range.
750 horsepower,
Yeah.
Wow. What gearbox are you running?
So it's a Samsonite sequential gearbox in a standard Subaru gear casing. Again, we've had that in that car for 6 years and it's been faultless. The build quality of it's superb, and it just stands up to brutal launches non-stop.
Yeah, because 750 horsepower when you're launching, you know, when you're driving is okay, but when you're launching, that's
and
torque normally is breaks all the shaft inside.
Yeah, from a torque perspective, it's around the 650, 700 mark from about 4,000 RPM, and we rev it to 8.6. It's still making power at 8.6.
Wow. And the turbo is huge on it. So
yeah,
what you're running on that? That's like 4-inch pipe you're going down there?
Yeah, so we've got a 4-inch inlet. It's a Zona rotor supplied by AET Turbos. They're the main guys, and it's been custom spec for these two cars. That car's now moved on to an even bigger setup. It's capable of 850 horsepower is the turbo. So we're not running it at that level yet, but we get round the lagginess. It's not laggy even without the anti-lag on, but we get round it with the modern style WRC anti-lag.
Yeah.
Where we feed the air straight into the exhaust manifold. Yeah, and it just does what it says on the tin, hopefully. So yeah, but still shaking it down. So yeah.
Yeah, good luck with it. It sounds like a beast. It looks like a beast.
Yeah, it
goes like a beast.
It feels like a beast occasionally.
Yeah, we watched it from outside with Mike, and we're just like, this is mega.
Yeah,
you know, when you're going up, it's like a cycle going up in a hill.
It's a bit of an animal, and
pair of them looks.
They're both animals. Yeah, we've still to fine tune the traction control and stuff like that on this. You know, that's got 3 years of development in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get there with it. Damien's, because he broke that yesterday, so we've been sharing this today and yesterday, and he's been just pushing it that little bit quicker and harder. So yeah, it's cool.
Good luck with it.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
Enon, how are you? It's Boris.
Not bad.
Lovely R5 we got behind us,
Yes.
which is a proper rally car, isn't it?
Yeah, this one is the ex-works car, which Carly Revan-Perros drove in 2018.
Right.
When he drove a Skoda. So it's got a fair bit of history to the car. So yeah, it's a proper rally car. We're running the 32mm restrictor. You know, not like the other Skoda. You know, that's a 2-litre with a big turbo. So
this is like an official rally car.
this is a proper rally car. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you do rallies with it as well?
I
or
do
you...
one or two. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So not just hill climbs. You
No.
take it wherever you can.
Yeah, I've been out in the Isle of Man doing a rally out there. Yes,
Really?
Yes. So
So how long you own this car? For?
not long, only about 8 months.
8 months.
something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
So this is a lovely car to take it for everywhere now, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's-
I mean, hill climbs, rallying.
Yes, beautiful bit of kit. I always wanted to have a proper rally car, you know, get it off out of my bucket list. So I've done that now. So
So you've been doing racing for long?
hill climbing since 2005 in a single seater, and then I decided I wanted to buy a rally car just as a change.
Yeah, at least you got the windscreen, and if
Yes,
it's raining
yes,
like today,
yes,
you
yes.
got that lovely weather inside.
right,
You're not
yes.
getting soaked
That's right.
like all the boys.
Yes, it's just that when you drive one of these single seaters, they're so fast. Something like this is very slow.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, this is a 300 horsepower car.
Yeah, it's 280. Yeah, 280
Yeah.
brake horse.
So those cars compared to this one is just a different world altogether.
Different world, you know.
And
different
anybody like me or my mate who's behind the camera, we getting to one of these cars is probably going to be.
world. Oh, mental. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
But
probably
when
a
you're
mental
used
case.
to something like that, it's becomes slow. You know. You can look around. You know what's happening. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So you have a chill time. Just have a cup of tea when you're racing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's boring.
It's boring. Well, we might have to try this, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
because it's just a boring car, really. For me, it's an R5. It's a
Yeah.
dream car to try and drive
Yeah.
one of these, you know.
Yeah.
So, mega. Hey,
Yeah, great.
thanks to tell us about your story, mate.
Yeah. Thank you.
have
very
a good
much.
racing.
Thank you. Good.
Cheers,
Thank you. very
thank
much. Great. Thank you.
So I'm with Stuart with this high-vis Formula car, and please, Stuart, tell us about it. It's quite a colour, isn't it, on the car?
Yeah, it's certainly not subtle. So this is a Force TA chassis made by Ian Dayson at Force, powered by a Suzuki GSXR K8. Originally 1000cc, it's been bored out to 1070, running different cams, different injectors, and it's running on methanol as well.
Okay, so keep it cool. That's why you're running on methanol, I guess.
Yeah, so you get more methanol, you use more of it, but you get more power out of it, and yeah, it burns at a lower temperature, so it does help with the cooling.
So what sort of power is this one running, roughly?
So this one at the rear wheels is about 200 brake horsepower, and has a, sort of, as she stands now, she weighs 300 kilos.
300 kilos?
300, yeah.
Wow, okay. So it's pretty quick. What was your time just on this wet run?
So on the wet run, in the runoff we did a 43.7. Probably a little gentle, to be honest. I think there was more in it. In the full wet run that we did in time runs, we did a 44 something, 9 I think.
You ever run this in a dry in here?
Yeah, so our best time here in the dry is a 38.1.
That's not too shabby, is it?
No, that's not
That's
too bad.
pretty quick,
Nearly in the
pretty quick.
37s, yeah.
Hey, can we jump in your car and have a drive through, you know, because you said you got a camera on your car.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I'll get the GoPro video for you, and yeah, we can watch that back.
Yeah, so viewers can jump in to see how this car running up on a hill, because I think it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cheers buddy, thank you very
no
much.
worries, you're welcome. Cheers.
with Oliver with this lovely Ginetta G15. How are you, buddy? All right?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Weather looks still okay-ish for a moment.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, yeah. It's Prescott, it's September, anything can happen in here, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So tell us about this car.
So it's a Ginetta G15. It's from 1972. It runs a 998cc Illman Imp engine on twin 40 Webers. We bought the car in 2018
right.
and spent 2 years restoring it. So it's a full rebuild from the chassis up. So it's a barn find. Originated in Scotland.
Oh wow, okay.
And then, it was hill climbing in Scotland back in the 80s. And then basically got parked for 30 years.
So this was an actual hill climbing car, so you're not even converted this one.
So it was a hill climbing car back in its day.
Yeah.
And then it was basically a half-finished project in a barn when we bought it. And then we basically stripped it down and started again.
Right. So how long have you been racing?
So this is the first proper year in the Fassy Hill Climb Championships as classic cars. We did a bit of testing last year, so about 2 years on and off. But no, it's good. It's really enjoyable.
It's a lovely car.
Yeah, it's like a little go-kart.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
What sorts of time you was running yesterday? Yesterday was dry, isn't it?
Yesterday was wet for the first two. The last one was semi-dry. I did a 58.7, I think, yesterday. But my quickest is a 57.2.
Right,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad for 1 litre.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's about between 90 and 100 horsepower, so.
Yeah, lovely little car.
Yeah.
I bet you're looking forward to today's time shot. Well, hopefully the weather.
As long as the weather holds out, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be interesting. You got some wet tyres as well?
No, we just sort of run these. They're sort of an intermediate sort of tyre. They're good in the dry and sort of good in the wet. But I mean, if it's wet, you sort of take it easy. The last thing you want to do is put something like this in the wall. So
no, especially when you spend 2 years restoring it, you're kind of looking after it.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, good to
Cool.
show us your car.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
Oliver.
Thank you.
I'm with John and with this lovely Fiat 850 Abarth. Please tell us about it because it's
Okay.
an awesome bit of car.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I know. So I've had it for about 14 years. It's a 850TC Nürburgring. A lot of people wonder why there's the Nürburgring on it, and the reason is because I think it was in about 1960 in the 500k endurance race at the Nürburgring, the 850TCs came first, second and third.
Right.
And the following year, they then built some Nürburgring cars as a tribute to that. So that's why it's
For the
called a
triple win.
Nürburgring. For the 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Obviously,
And-
it was under 1000cc.
Yes, yes. And I see it has got suicide doors, which is quite surprising because most of them I only ever been in one.
Yeah.
But they had normal conventional doors.
That's right. Yeah, so the reason the suicide doors on this is up to 1965 they were suicide doors, and after 65 that's when they had the more conventional, safer doors. Yeah, that's it.
So this is the actual year of the car. So it's 1962.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
1962. It's not the original tax disc because this is an Italian car. We bought it from Italy.
Yeah. Left-hand drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely car. Lovely to see one of these going up in a hill because it's such a rare car now.
Yeah, we've only been hill climbing for a couple of years. We used to circuit race this with HRDC.
Right.
So
Okay.
my friend Jez Thomas from J-Works, he used to race it with me. Yeah. So,
Super. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Well, today was a mixed day, raining and sunshine. Luckily in the end, wasn't raining. And at the moment, there's a bit of a drizzle coming down. So it's quite funny. It won't happen, but cracking race. I'll tell you what, as usual, Prescott is give you a really good racing. Up in the S's was quite a few incidents, but we wasn't up there. We was down here. And what you see is where we've been. Luckily, it wasn't any serious accident. It was a couple of brushes, but that was a mixed condition. So down in the main straight bit was dry, and up in the top under the trees was really, really moist and damp and greasy. So, but cracking race. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll see you at the next time. Bye.